Morning, everybody. I'm going to call the meeting to order. If you're able, please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, good morning, everybody. We got a full agenda today. We're going to start with a couple bid openings, and we'll do things a little different than normal because these are pretty big bids. So I think what I'd like to do is have our IT director come up and give us a quick sort of brief of what the bids are, and then maybe have you open them and disclose the amounts.
They're actually proposals today, so I think we would just.
Oh, they're just
leave the name of the
proposals. Okay, I'm sorry.
Before you, we have an RFP number 223, which is for the microwave proposal. We issued an RFP, and these are the proposals in response to that RFP. And then second, we have an RFP for the VHF radio system, and we have 3 proposals for that. So with that, do you want me to start?
Yeah?
All right.
You just have to read the name of the proposal.
Okay. Of the bidder.
They're proposals, they're not bids.
Proposal, yeah. The submitter.
You just need to read them out today.
Oh, don't do the amount today?
Yeah.
Okay. The first one here is from MasTec. And that's all you want?
They're proposals today, and so cost is one of the factors.
Okay.
And so we just need to read the name of the proposer,
Perfect.
and then there'll be a team that will do an evaluation based on scoring that was part of the bidding
Perfect,
process.
thank you.
Okay, so the first proposal was from MasTec.
So we're not passing them.
Proposal number 2 is from Day Wireless. Proposal number 3 is from E.F. Johnson, JVC Kenwood Company.
Oh, we're doing VHF radio first.
So,
Mixed up.
hang on a minute, I think we got it. Nancy, that,
Is this for the microwave portion?
Yes, this RFP 223 is for the microwave. So this is the first proposal number 223.
We did not have that vendor on there, but
it's okay, maybe it came in later than the form was made up.
Number 1 is 223 microwave.
Here's the list we had, so the.
Oh, you should have 2.
yeah, it doesn't have the one that,
The one you just mentioned, it doesn't have, but there's a slot there for number 4.
Oh, all right.
You see it?
Oh, yes, you're right. Okay. And then the fourth proposal here is from Aviat. Okay, so the second RFP was for the VHF radio system, number 224. So I will open these proposals.
How many of those do you have?
There's 3.
Okay.
The first one is from Day Wireless. The second is from Zetron. The third is from Tate Communications. It's for the line down.
That's sort of different than what we had also.
Yeah, this box didn't have a name on it, on
Okay.
the outside.
So I wanna make sure we're not missing a bid somewhere. There's JVC Kenwood,
This is for the microwave, right?
No,
the second
The
one.
last three I did was for the DHF proposal for 224.
I think your E.F. Johnson one though that you did under the microwave actually was JVC Kenwood.
Was it labeled wrong?
We'll make sure we get this right. This is the reason we do it in an open meeting.
It does say for the VHF system, so you're right. So this one, even though it. Yes. It does say 224. The the E.F. Johnson one does say 224.
And that is under our line JVC Kenwood, correct?
Yes.
So then you had a fourth one on the second set that was not on ours, the last one you read there.
That one says box 2 of JVC Kenwood.
We have one from Tate for the
Tate.
DHF system.
You want me to look and see if the second box is for the other?
Yeah, let's get it right.
So some of the proposers submitted redacted copies, so that's why there's so many copies of them.
I just wanna make sure we have the list correct for each of the
Yep.
two proposals.
It says 224. So, yeah,
So you ended up having 3 for the first one, a 223, and 4 for the second one, including the one that's not on our list is Tate.
so we had, so the JVC Kenwood is actually 224, so we have 4 for 224 and we have 3 for 223,
Correct.
yes,
Okay, very good.
okay.
All right, thank you. I know there's probably some folks in the room about these bids. Does that all seem right to you all? No, nobody's, okay. We're gonna go on with our agenda. Agenda item number 3 is the consent agenda. These are some routine items, and I'll move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Agenda item number 4 is citizens' questions, comments about agenda items. Anybody online?
We gotta vote to approve the consent agenda.
I'm sorry. We'll call a question on the consent agenda. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Okay, on to agenda item number 4, citizen questions and comments. Nobody online. Anybody here in the room have comments or questions on agenda items? Please come forward at this time. Seeing none, we'll move on to the agenda items. Agenda item number 5 is information and technology. I'll invite up our IT director, Nancy.
Good morning, Commissioners. Before you, we have a contract modification. This is the third modification to contract number 3000334 between Douglas County and FaxLogic LLC, amending the statement of work to cover one additional service line, increasing our annual cost by $30.12.
To approve the contract modification.
I'll second.
Motion is second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 6 is also an information technology item.
I have the wrong agenda.
It is the contract modification.
Yes, before you, we have a contract modification for the contract number 300023006 between Douglas County and Tellergen LLC for professional services related to the .gov migration. This is funded by an SLC grant program. These modification and funds to the contract in the amount of $100,000 and extends the term through August 19th, 2026.
I'll move to approve the contract modification.
I'll second that.
A motion, a second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 7, information technology lease agreement.
Before you, we have a lease agreement. This is between Douglas County and the Oregon Department of Forestry. This is for the use of the Roman Nose Communication Site. ODF will pay $1,790.53 per year with an annual increase of 5%. The term of this agreement is for 5 years and expires on April 30th, 2030.
Approve the lease agreement.
I'll second.
A motion, a second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes.
Thank you so much.
Agenda item number 8 is a land department item. This is an amendment to an agreement.
Good morning,
Mr. Wall.
Commissioners. Before you have a Mark Wall, on behalf of the Land Department. Before you have a second amendment to the reciprocal easement agreement 2012-011243, modifies Exhibit A to include Tract 11 of Norton Creek, located in Section 24, 23, and 6, and acknowledges a name change from Lone Rock Timberland LLC to Lone Rock Timber Management LLC. We're adding Tract 11 to the agreement with Lone Rock to facilitate a more cost-effective haul out of a timber sale that we have planned in that area.
Move to approve the agreement.
And I'll second that.
Motion second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 9 is also the Land Department. Mr. Wall.
Again, Mark Wall on behalf of the Land Department. Before you have a notice of a timber sale, Hudson Slough number 316 contains approximately 1,034,000 board feet. Required bid deposits $45,000. Sealed bids will be due at the Land Department office by 9 a.m. Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025.
Assume we need to approve the notice of timber sale. Is that what's going on here? So
That's what I've been
I move to
directed.
approve the notice of timber sale.
I'll second.
A motion second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 10, Parks Department. Gonna change hats?
Mark Wall on behalf of the Parks Department. Before you have a utility easement agreement between Douglas County and Central Lincoln PUD, WO 3092595, for access to electrical services for underground overhead power line facilities located at Umpqua Dunes RV Park in Winchester Bay. We're playing a little bit of catch up here. We're supposed to have utility easements in place for PUD's infrastructure on our property. This was brought to my attention for phase 3, and we're catching up and doing all the easements for phase 1 and 2, so this will complete Umpqua Dunes.
Move to approve the utility easement.
I'll second that.
A motion second. Questions or comments?
This has to do with the fact that we moved all the utilities in the park from overhead to underground.
That's correct. Which aesthetically makes a big difference.
So a motion and second. Any further questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Agenda item number 11 is a Public Works item. I'll invite up the Public Works Director, Scott Adams. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. Item number 11 is a request to purchase white and yellow road striping paint using the Deschutes County, Oregon contract number 2025-039 with Sherwin-Williams.
To approve the order authorizing purchase.
I'll second.
A motion and a second. Any questions or comments?
You had a little bit of problem with some of the last batch. Just,
Yeah, we had, in the past, we've bought Ennis paint. And, it seems like the Ennis paint, clogs up our machine a little more than the Sherwin-Williams. So we're happy to get back on this contract with Sherwin-Williams and Deschutes County. Also gives us better value.
Whatever the paint you guys bought last time, it didn't go down on the road straight
Yeah,
either.
is this straight paint?
So we'll see if that helps. It's all in the aim.
So we have a motion, a second, and no real good comments. Anything else? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, and the motion passes. Thank you, Scott. Agenda item number 12 is a Sheriff's Department item, and I'll invite up Douglas County Sheriff John Hanlon. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. John Hanlon, Sheriff. Item 12 is a contract amendment. It's the fifth amendment of contract number 21106 with Trinity Services Group for adults in custody food services in the Douglas County Jail. Amending the term of this agreement to 9/30 of 2025, at which time the county will be able to complete a request for proposals.
So I'll move to approve the contract amendment.
I'll second that.
The motion is second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, and the motion passes. Agenda item number 13, Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Hanlon.
Item number 13 is a contract modification, the first modification of the Smart Communications contract, which brings the terms of the agreement into compliance with the new Federal Communications Commission regulations that went into effect on 4/1 of 25, and to make other mutually agreeable changes to the financial terms in light thereof. Unless specified in the modification, all other terms of the original agreement remain in full force and effect.
Move to approve the contract modification.
I'll second that.
So motion is second. Questions or comments? I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, and the motion passes. Agenda item number 14, Sheriff Hanlon.
Yeah, number 14, are several agreements, communication service agreements between the Douglas County Sheriff's Office and the cities of Winston, Roseburg, and Sutherland for dispatch and radio services, each with a new term expiring of 6/30 of 2026. And these contracts include a 4% CPI increase.
To approve the agreements.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion, a second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, and the motion passes. Item number 15, Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Hanlon.
Yeah, item 15 is contract number 300025594 between the Douglas County Sheriff's Office and Med Trust LLC, also known as MedHealth, for the provision of healthcare services at the Douglas County Jail and or the Douglas County Juvenile Detention Facility.
So move to approve the contract.
So we need to add pending getting the right insurance.
Okay.
This is a little unique in that this company buys insurance policies specific to each contract. So normally that would all be done ahead of time, but they didn't want to do that until we agreed on our end. So long as we all understand that Tiffany will monitor and make sure the insurance requirements are met before the contract.
And they need the signed contract to then take it to their
Right,
insurance
so
provider.
it's sort of a chicken egg thing, so does everybody understand that okay?
Mhm.
Right, so we have a motion, a second,
No, I'll second that.
I'm sorry, second, so I have a motion, a second. Any further comments or questions? Tiffany, anything from you? Thank you guys for working on this. I'll call the question, Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes. Thank you, Sheriff. Agenda item number 16 is a solid waste department item, and I'll invite up our solid waste director. Nick, good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. Nick Freisinger, Solid Waste. Item number 16 is for contract 30002567 between Douglas County and Glacier Construction Services, Inc. for well drilling on an as-needed basis. Term expiration date is 4/1 of 2026.
To approve the contract.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments?
These methane wells?
Yeah.
Any further questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call a question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Thank you, Nate. Brings us to agenda item number 17, Commissioner comments. Commissioner Boyce?
Not for me.
Commissioner Kress?
Got nothing either.
And I have nothing also, so I will adjourn the meeting and thank you all for being here.